So you want to talk on the behalf of the Filipinos, don't you?
Yeah, on behalf of fellow Filipinos, that if you wish to come here that you cannot afford like me, because first, when you apply for a visa, it's so hard to apply. There's so many requirements, and also it's expensive, it's mahal, and it's you're not sure that the immigration will
Accept you.
or approve your visa, so you have to apply again.
And you didn't. It was the first try, wasn't it?
Yeah.
But you have to go through what you had to do, the requirements that you had to do. What do you have to do? You have to do a biometric.
Yes. You can go to the DFA, Department of Foreign Affairs, for your passport. And so there's so many requirements, and also you have to fill up the form.
You also have your test with your English, don't you?
Yeah,
I know
test.
that the English test, if I remember rightly, you've got something like an A1, a B1, and a B2. And the A1 is just basically saying that you can speak English, which is, I can't remember the price of it, but it's the basic one.
Yeah.
But you need to pass the B2 to be able to actually qualify to come. So rather than go A1 and then B1 and then B2, and you'd have to pay for 3 different ones, I said just go straight to the B2, and then each one is just slightly more than the one before it. So if you skip the other 2, you only pay once. And I think it was something like £70 for the B2.
How much is it? 2.15? 2.5?
Pesos.
Peso?
£70. I don't know.
Yeah, so you have to go there. You have to make an appointment.
It's more than
It's
that,
just
isn't
like
it?
a reading and listening. I think reading and listening for me.
Yeah.
But
Because
it depends the category.
Yeah.
If you are a student, I think it's different.
Yeah,
And
well,
if
the
you
other
are
one. Yeah.
like for the life partner, so it's different. I think the reading and the writing.
Because you said you did it with another woman, didn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like that.
And then you had to read a bit, and then she had to read a bit. Yeah. So also you had, what else was the other thing you had to do? You had to have your counselling, and you had to have a medical as well, didn't you? You had to go for an X-ray or something, didn't you?
Yeah,
That was
like
it?
that for the TB test.
TB
Tuberculosis.
test, that's it. Yeah, TB test. That was it. Yeah.
That's the important.
I'm trying to remember. It's a long time ago since we did it, and
Yeah,
I think it
so
was something
forgot.
like, I think I paid something like £30 for you to have the TB test, and then I paid 70 for your English test,
Yeah.
and then I think the biometric wasn't too bad. I think it was about £20 for the biometric. So that was 3 things that you had to do before you even applied for the visa.
Yeah.
And then applying for the visa, we had to do that where we had both of our laptops open at the same time, but also talk on the phone as well. So I had my screen open on the form to fill in, and she had her screen open with the form to fill in. And then we had the phone so that we were talking and sort of going, right, you need to write this and you need to write that, so that we got the wording correctly.
Yeah.
So then, because obviously I couldn't apply, so I can't fill out the form, so I just had to look and see what the form was and then tell her what to answer. And then that's what she did. So we're on the phone saying, right, fill in this or say that. And then she filled in all the forms and then applied. But then,
So because I don't know all,
Yeah.
it's my first time, and especially UP country, so
and
I
then
don't know
I
the
had to pay,
rules.
didn't I?
Yeah.
That was because you go so far in the form, and then you have to pay before you can continue. So that was the 1,500, wasn't it? It's probably gone up by now, but that was the 1,500. And
Yeah.
then a couple of pages after that, you had to pay for the is it HSA, the health service, where basically you pay. Well, when I pay for it, it's almost £2,000, and it's so that in case when she's here, she needs to see a doctor, go to hospital, or
And
whatever
it's,
it is.
what do you call it, Mela?
I think it was HSA, but I'm not 100% sure. I
The
mean,
health?
so we paid nearly 2,000 for that. I think it was something like £1,970 or something like that. But that's probably gone up as well. So that's so that in case you need to go to the doctors, if an accident happens and you got to go to hospital, things like that, it's all paid for. I mean, you're one of those people that never goes to the doctors anyway, do you?
No, yeah.
I mean, whatever she's got wrong with her, all she'll have is like hot water and some lemon, or
If I have a
some
fever,
honey.
if I have or just like only a fever or what colds, so I don't want to take more medication or medicines.
The only
I
thing
only
I've-
drink warm water,
Yeah.
hot water.
The only thing she's taken since
In the Philippines,
Yeah.
I drink especially the calamansi, the lemon lime, lemon lime with hot water. So that's it.
the only thing
for
she's
my
taken here
medication.
is you've taken a paracetamol. Yeah, just one paracetamol, and then a couple of times she's had a reaction to we don't know what, but she's taken the
For the allergy,
yeah
because
I
my
think it's-
face is so itchy here,
I think it's hydrocortisone.
and then also here in my neck.
So far you've been working a year and you've never taken a day off sick, have you?
No. So thanks.
But then also
Even if it's cold here for me, the weather is not good for me, so I didn't sick here. When I am in the UK now, more than a year, so no sickness for me.
and she's been working there. She's been working a year and she hasn't been late or whatever like that. But then I do drag her to work, so literally drag her to work, hold her hand and pull her forward.
And in our work, no, I have no absent yet. More than a year now, have no absent, no late. We are always on time.
Well, we're always early actually, but
Yeah, we're early.
well, you said you wanted to talk about your, from the Filipino side.
Yeah, and I will show you here only the video. This is only the way the other side of the UK, because just like before that, I only wish that I hope that I can go to UK and especially the Buckingham Palace with the king and queen. So now
Well, yeah.
we went there in London, so that's it for me. So now I will show you some other videos from UK for my fellow Filipinos.
If there was any Filipinos that was watching, what advice to give them.
But some other your English. Right.
And that's the thing, I suppose, is speaking English and being as best in English as possible as you can be. So that helps with the communication. I mean, lots of other people on videos say that Filipinos can understand English, they understand the words, but when you put them in a sentence, sometimes they don't understand the whole thing. But then they won't actually.
Because there is a different meaning of the English here and the English of it's like American English
Yeah.
and your English here in the UK. It's different meaning.
But the thing is, you could understand the words individually, but then when you put them together, you don't understand it. But you won't say, when I say to you, do you know what I mean, or like that, you'll say yes, even though she might not, because they don't like to, they don't like to say no.
Yeah, but for how many minutes I'm thinking, what's that? So I will ask you, what do you mean?
I mean, a funny thing that happens to us is because we work together, things might happen at work, or some people might say something to Emmy at work, and maybe I'm not there, and then we'll go home and we'll go to bed and we turn the light out, and as soon as we turn the light out, for some reason her memory switch goes on, and then she's like, oh, today somebody said duh, 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 duh. What do they mean? And I'm like, I wasn't there, I don't know, and she'll be like, oh yeah, so and so said this to me, what does he mean? I'm like, well, he might mean this, he might mean that. And then she's got this long list of things that she's remembered throughout the day that somebody said or somebody did or whatever it is. And it'll be a case of, they said this, they said this, they said this. And then I've got to try and, whilst I'm trying to go to sleep, figure out, right, well, they probably meant that, they might have meant that, and that kind of thing. It's just kind of like, she's got a list in her head of what's happened all through that day that she didn't quite understand. So I've got to kind of fill in the blanks. before going to sleep, because she's kind of like, I don't know whether you're like settling your mind down or something like that before you go to sleep, because you've got all these like questions in your
Yeah,
head.
always that I'm always thinking in my mind, what's that? What's that meaning? Like that. So, especially with the customer in the store.
Yeah.
So if they ask me, what is this? Where is that? I don't know in my mind. I don't know. It's good that I will put in my head, don't ask me. So
That-
it's so hard here.
That's the thing,
But
obviously, in this country,
some other now I know already
You know,
the items.
people will
Or is
come, like in the Philippines,
Yeah.
people call toothpaste Colgate. You know, obviously Colgate is one brand.
Colgate
and-
is,
Yeah, here there's lots of different brands. I mean, obviously in the Philippines there's lots of different brands,
Yeah.
but they still call it Colgate. Whereas here, a customer might come up to you and say, "Where's the Aquafresh?"
what is this?
And then she'll be like, "Aquafresh? Aquafresh?"
Oh, I know already the Aquafresh.
Yeah, but I mean, it's just an
I know the
example.
Aquafresh.
It's
Yeah,
an example. You know?
But some other brand I don't know yet
Mm.
because it's not the same in the Philippines.
Yeah.
So that's why.
Because also,
Just like that, the biscuits, like the
yeah,
biscuits,
yeah,
there
a
is
certain
a
type of a
yeah,
digestive
there's
or
so
something.
many
You know?
types of biscuits,
Yeah.
and then there is a customer ask me, do you have a fig? Huh, fig? Fig biscuit? What's that?
Fig rolls.
Yeah, so just like that, I don't know yet the items. But little by little, I know already the other items. Yeah, like DIY. Only the DIY is specific, only one.
Well, that's just a section,
DIY,
isn't it?
the home section, the health and beauty, I know already, but the brand name,
Yeah, that's
I
it.
don't know.
Obviously, there's people here in this country as well that have come from other countries, and they're trying to translate from their language into the English brand, who's then trying to ask for a brand that she doesn't know either. So it's kind of like from two sides, isn't it?
Yeah, but some other, they will show only in the phone. So, do you have this?
Yeah.
Ah, okay, it's there.
Well, it's probably like the wife has sent them a picture and gone, "Can you buy this?" And they don't know what it is either. So
Yeah.
they're trying to ask you what something is that's from, you know.
Yeah. And some other also that they what do you call that? They shy ask me, especially the men, that do you have just like sanitary towel or napkin? Napkin, we call the one napkin in the Philippines sanitary towel. So do you have like this? So they are shy to ask.
It's only because
Why is
it's,
it like that? So
well-
it's automatic. It's understood that
Yeah,
it's
but
like that.
in the West, women try to keep that sort of thing a little bit more personal.
Yeah, personal, but it's you are in a department store or a supermarket or in store, so you have to understand.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
Like that.
I have women that come and ask me, but they'll kind of whisper. They'll kind of go, you know, or they won't want to come and ask a bloke because, you know, but
Just like the Tampax.
yeah. But obviously that's a brand as well, isn't it? Yeah.
There is a man asked me, and then it's just like he whispering me, just like he whispered me, like, so silly question. Do you have Tampax? Ah, okay, over there. It's like the Tampax. Yeah, but it's okay. You can understand the customer, what's their needed.
Other advice have you got for Filipinos that are going to look for a foreigner?
I hope that they will find a good man. So
I mean,
that's it.
From me, I would say the first thing they have to do is be honest.
Yeah.
And then obviously need to be honest and then have an idea of what they want to do or where they want to go.
And also, I will ask you straight, just like that. How old are you? And about your family background. Yeah. Do you have a brothers and sisters, mom and dad? So that's a personal question, but that's my question first.
I mean, that's the thing is, obviously we would say if the woman isn't asking questions that are like personal about whether you've got brothers and sisters, whether you've got an ex-wife, whether you've got, you know, these sorts of personal questions, then she's not really interested in you per se in a long-term relationship. She's more interested in, you know, kind of saying, I broke my phone, and then that kind of thing situation. So, you know, if somebody's asking you, you know, how you grew up or that kind of thing, then she's obviously more interested in you as a person and for a life partner.
You have to be ask your family surroundings, especially your personal. That do you have because what if do you have a wife and you are only separated? So it's difficult.
There is
You
one.
are not
There is one thing
divorced.
that the Philippines
Yeah.
are concerned about is they have a thing about mental issue is that they're sort of scared about. Whereas you know, if they think that you have had problems in the past,
Yeah.
that they might think that all of a sudden one day you're just going to turn crazy and I don't know, stab them or something.
Yeah, it's just like
Because I don't know why it is that the Philippine people that think that if you've been to see a counsellor or been to see a psychiatrist or whatever it is like that, that at some point you're going to turn crazy.
yeah.
You know, because in my past I'm ex-forces and had to do
My
lots of
husband is an ex-forces.
yeah. I served in the first Gulf and did things and saw things and stuff like that. That meant that I had to go and see, you know, specialists and things like that. And when she found out that, she was kind of thinking, you know,
I'm thinking, oh, you've been for like a crazy, like that in a mental,
yeah,
yeah, like that.
they're sort of. I don't know why they're. Yeah, I don't know why that they think that all of a sudden just one day you're going to turn crazy
Yeah.
because you've had to have, you know, counselling or whatever it is. So it took a bit of reassurance on my part to sort of say, you know, you're perfectly safe, nothing's going to happen or whatever like that, you know.
Because what if in the middle of the night you will? Like
Yeah,
that,
so if there's any foreigners out there that are looking for a Filipino, I'm not saying don't tell them, I'm just saying kind of bring it up in the conversation easily or I don't know, make it so that it's not like a big deal that you know you went to see somebody or you've had issues or whatever it is like that, you know, because it'll be a scary thing for them or like I suppose a red flag for them if you've had issues in the past that might come up, you know, and I have no idea why they think that you might just turn crazy one day, but that's what they think.
But for me, especially for me, in my side, like that, I don't know some other they don't care or about that. But for me, it's not important. Also the mental health. Mental health.
I mean, my plane ticket was cheaper than yours, and mine was a return. Yeah. As I got, I don't know whether it was a deal or whatever it was, but I only paid £570 return to the Philippines. But yours was a single, and it was 900. You flew from the Philippines to Jeddah,
Jeddah.
and then Jeddah to
Manchester.
That was it. And then I flew from London to Jeddah and Jeddah to. So it was easier that way. Yeah. When we've done a video, it's just like, oh, I've got to go editing. She loves it. Yeah.
Of course, just only like a hobby. You can edit.
I mean, that's one thing I was surprised about. I mean, I suppose if you think about it, it's like, Filipinos don't really have hobbies. I mean, people in the West have hobbies. They go fishing or hiking or cycling or
No, we don't like that. Hiking.
whatever it is. They have hobbies. Stamp collecting, whatever it is. Whereas in the Philippines, they don't have hobbies because if something costs money, that's the price of rice. So if something is going to cost money, then it's money you could put towards food instead of actually having a hobby like, I don't know, collecting teapots or none of them have like collections of anything like that. I mean, most Westerners that I know collect something in some way.
Not you.
Oh, you mean some people do?
Here,
Yeah, some people do.
they like antique here.
Yeah, I mean,
There's
really,
also antique in the Philippines, but we don't like much
yeah.
because it's like an old for us.
I mean, I suppose the only hobby that you would do would be growing things, but then that's mainly growing things to eat. So it's not like in this country where people plant flowers and things like that. There, they would plant crops, you know. So it's more of a necessity than a hobby.
It's
And
not
I mean, a few times when we were talking, I was like, you know, oh, don't you have a hobby? You know, don't you like to take this or do this or whatever like that? You know, like I like to do photography, but
I like taking pictures.
yeah, but
I like taking photo.
you like taking photos of yourself.
Yeah, but some other places also that it's nice view.
Yeah.
Like that. I like that
I mean,
one.
me, I like to take photography, but I'm not in it. You know, I would
Before-
rather take a picture of a nice scene or you know, whatever it is, a view or vista or whatever you want to call it. Whereas they're like, you know, oh, you want to take a picture, you know, you take them somewhere that's got all these beautiful views, and then it's a case of, right, put me in the front of it, and you know, the view behind.
Yeah.
It's
Before, I'm not interested with the video, right? To do film.
yeah. Because obviously, when I first started talking to her,
Yeah.
I was watching lots of videos about the Philippines. So I was watching 10 or 12 people's videos all the time, trying to find out as much as I could about the Philippines and that kind of thing. And always watching things on YouTube and that, and she never bothered me.
And then he asked me that about this, like that. She said to me, she said like this. The channel is like, I'm not bothered about that because I don't
She wasn't.
like to do filming.
She wasn't interested in doing a YouTube channel and things like that. I was like, you
No, I
know,
wasn't.
why don't you do a YouTube channel? And she was like, no, I don't want to do that. I don't want
I
to
don't
do
want
that.
YouTube. I don't want to watch YouTube channel before. I started late after our marriage, right? I
Yeah.
started late to a
Listen to me.
video in YouTube.
Yeah, if she'd listened to me, we could have done all the LDR things like
Yeah, our
everybody else
LDR,
does.
and then we met at the
The marriage.
airport, like some
Yeah.
other Filipinas did.
Yeah. You could have videoed the marriage,
the
things like that.
hotel.
You could have, you know,
Yeah.
our trip around the Philippines and all these different things. All the places that we went to in the Philippines. No, didn't do any of that. No.
I'm not interested before with the YouTube channel. Now that I am here in the UK, so I am interested now to do a video.
I mean, I only got a few kind of pictures when I was in the Philippines of touristy kind of things because I was so busy going backwards and forwards doing paperwork for getting married and, you know, filling out forms and doing different things that we had to do that I didn't really do any touristy things.
Because now, only seeing with channels that they have their own video,
Mm-hmm.
and then now I am interested
Yeah.
to do filming. Why is it that I am here in the UK and it's the nice view in the UK, so I have to have a video, to get a video?
I mean, she's not
That's
even
it.
interested in getting monetized yet. It's just kind of like she just likes and enjoys doing the editing.
Yeah.
And-
Subscribe our channel, everyone. Please help our channel. Please support us to get more subscribers. Now we have 333
She's so
subscribers.
She's so happy when she gets another subscriber. She's like, you
Yeah.
know, oh,
Of
I have
course.
another. And I'm like, oh, okay.
Yeah, you have to thank, especially the new subscribers. Thank you for for our subscribers.
Yeah, but you can't just thank the new ones because the old ones have been there since the beginning, you see? Yeah. They're more loyal until the new ones become older ones. So we shall speak to you later.
See you later, everyone. Let's subscribe to our channel again, Vickers Couple.
Bye.
Bye. Land train.